Here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The ball gets turned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Dweck.
A push from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Welcome in everyone to Race 3, Season 8, Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series live on V-Speed. I am your host and producer for this evening, Morgan Cook, again live on V-Speed, and we are here at a pretty fun little racetrack in Kansas. There's Kansas on the screen right here. Let's not forget that this race and this entire series are brought to you by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. Back to Kansas for the first mile and a half of the season here at the Original Rebels Racing League. This track is interesting, to say the least. Progressive banking, fresh repave, locked in time here in iRacing. It's fast, it'll be a drafting track, so to speak, for the first 10 to 15 laps of a run. Then the tires start to set in until you get around that lap 40 number. And you come down pit road, put some fuel in it, and get back out there. 4-corner tri-oval here, a lot like the other tracks like this on the schedule. Very excited for this race. It should be a fast event. I expect a lot of 2 to 3 wide racing here at Kansas. Let's have a look at a mini race analysis. Here we are at Kansas, 120 laps, 180 miles here. Race 3 of 12. This championship starting to take shape, and we're going to set up that a little bit more here tonight. Fuel, I already mentioned, you can go about 40 laps, 40 to 42. 4 sets of tires, 1 bolted to the truck, 3 laying in the pits, which with the 120 laps divides it up pretty nicely. You won't have any extra tires when this race is over. No stages, 2 green-white checkers, as is customary in this league. Let's get on to your point standings here and have a look at where we currently are. We have a tie for the lead. Kieran and Church, Lucas Lyons, based on their 2 wins and their 2 second-place finishes, they lead. One of these drivers will end up, or one driver will end up with a points lead today. There will be no tie after this race. Stacey Holmes, Eddie Smith, and Garrett Kinder round out your top 5. Elliot Carlson, Jason Lottridge, Cody Bame, Steve McDonald, and Mickey Isaac are your top 10. Jeremiah Holt, Matt Knights, Brett Bieber, Andy Kurtz, Stefan Davis, that is 11 through 15. Alex Veith, Josh Oswald, Tyler Rice, Corey Bigley, and Brandon Wallace, your top 20. We're getting to the point in the season where you're going to have to, if you're running in that 17 to 20 area, you have to pick it up here pretty quick or you're going to get left in the dust. But with that being said, get that off the screen. We are going to move in to our Pole Award. Presented by Kinder Farms and Ranch, sorry. And that driver, well, how about last week's winner? And ATVO just changed around. How about last week's winner, Lucas Lyons? He's going to start on pole here this evening. Not terribly surprised. He told me pre-race to watch out. I was going to be talking to him when this thing was all said and done. He's well on his way to doing that. But let's get into our grid here. Here we are on pole. Lucas Lyons, like I said, he just barely squeaked out Corey Bigley, who will be starting at the rear tonight due to a penalty from last week. Jason Lottridge will be third. Elliot Carlson in fourth. Great run for that 009 last week. Jeremiah Holt starts fifth. Tyler Gebbin will be sixth. Travis Bieber and Rick Rube make up the fourth row, seventh and eighth. Steve McDonald, Josh Oswald, that is your top 10. In 11th, Brett Bieber, the 808. In 12th, the 021, Trevor Ward. Matt Knights, 13th. Stefan Davis in 14th. Josh Smith and Tyler Rice are going to be the 8th row, 15th and 16th, respectively. Philip Manzo, I believe that's the first time I said that name this season. He will start 17th. Mark Cofield will be 18th. 19th, Davy Jones. There's something about a locker. And in 20th, Brandon Wallace in the 99. Kieran Church, winner of the first race of the season, second last week. He's going to have some work to do from 21st. Mike Beat will start 22nd. 23rd, Brian Thomas beside Mickey the King Isaac in 24th, driving an 01 Chevy Silverado. 25th, Ronald Cole in the 24th machine. Brandon Bordland in 26th. Jimmy Cofield, 27th. Spencer Schatz, no relation to Donnie Schatz, I'll say it every week, starts 28th. 29th, Cody Boehm. 30th, Alex Veith. And that is your grid for this evening as we're just rolling off pit road. There you can see high above this Kansas Speedway. Rolling through turns 1 and 2 right now. There he is. There's your pole sitter, front row. Lights are out on the pace truck. See if we can get down to business here right away. 120 laps here tonight. And this racetrack is one of the very few, might be the only one on this schedule, but one of the very few in iRacing with legitimate progressive banking. And what I mean by that is the bottom groove is not as banked as the middle or the top grooves. Makes it an interesting racetrack to run on, and you'll be ripping the fence for most of this race tonight. I can almost guarantee you that. Pace truck going to turn left here onto pit road. We lost our leader. There. Green flag is out. Next issues with our leader, Lucas Lyons. Oh, that we are all sorts of screwed up here on the grid. There's our leader, Elliot Carlson, running in the 09. He is second right now. Complete lap 1, 2 wide the whole time. Obvious connection issues with Lucas Lyons. He is currently showing both first and last at the same time. That's going to be interesting to say the least, but we'll look back at the rest of the field. Your leader is Jason Lottridge. And a good push. Elliot Carlson. See the whole field behind him fan out, use all 3 grooves. It'll be like this all night tonight. Right up against that wall, nice and cozy with it. Good battle back here. I believe that is for the 6th position. Rick Rube, Steve McDonald. Battling hard here, just outside the top 5. This track has a lot of grip. You can run all over this place, and for the first, call it 15, 20 laps, you're going to be right with that guy in front of you, right with that pack in front of you. The draft will help you stay up there. Somebody got the ball on the outside. Unfortunately, you can burn up your stuff pretty easily here. We have a shot at our second place driver going for the lead. You can burn up your stuff pretty easy here, especially that right front tire. If you're not careful, running the bottom too much, too aggressively, whatever you want to call it, you'll end up burning it up. You'll fall back in track position, and you'll have to wait until the next pit stop to get yourself back up there. But we have a battle for the lead here. Jason Lottridge, Elliot Carlson, side by side into turn 1. Bottom side is going to prevail for right now. It is. I believe that's a clear. It was. Now it's not. Carlson peeking his nose in on the outside. See if the 03 can get a good run through the corner. Looks like he can. He should be clear all the way up, and there it is. Block the run, battle for second. Here comes the 114. That's Travis Beaver. He's making a run back here, trying to get, oh, we got a little door banging up here for second place. Jeremiah Holt on the receiving end of that. Good save. That could have been a big one, especially since they're running P2 and 3 currently. Got to remind these drivers, this is that time in the race where you don't want to be too aggressive, because this is where you'll burn your stuff up. If you watch that Cup race today, the NASCAR race at Bristol, that they talked about it all day, burning their stuff up. Obviously, we're not going to see that level of tire wear this evening, but always good to save your stuff. Have a look a little farther back in the field. How about the 97 Cofield? They are running single file for the most part behind this group. Big old train right there, second place. The only battle I can see in front of, we are 14th right now. We look back, we got Brandon Wallace on our outside. And then we have a little battle there. Let's have a look at Mickey Isaac by chance. It is Mickey Isaac running the top lane. There he is, beside the 44 of Brian Horley. Mickey Isaac is up 6 positions and a little bit in the fence there. The second pack has got to be a little concerned that they are a little far behind that lead pack, and it'd be a real unfortunate situation if they were to lose the draft this early in the race, because it's difficult to make it up on your own. A couple drivers have to go to the back to start this race. Find the right camera here. There it is. Tyler Rice was one of them. Penalty from last week relegated him to the back. The other one of those, Corey Bigley, who ran up front all race last race. He started shotgun on the field, qualified second, started in the back. He is currently 24th. Here we have Brett Bieber, the 808, running P10 right now. Forward on his machine. You can see these guys are battling all over this racetrack right now. And on your screen, don't forget our primary sponsor for this series. That is not the greatest truck to show that on. Apologies for that. How about that one? Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Primary sponsor for Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Appreciate having them on board. Good luck from 8 forward. Looking at that group as they run 2 wide, using all the racetrack. Battles all over this racetrack. This is a lot more in the wheelhouse than last week at Kern County was for these drivers. We got a truck up in the fence. That's Josh Smith. Little wall riding into the corner. Got a good battle for the lead as well. It's third, sorry. Like I was saying, these drivers are much more adept at mile-and-a-halfs than they are short tracks. So everything we saw last week, which I think by this time in the race we already had 4 cautions, not going to happen tonight. I see a lot of green flag racing in these drivers' future. Very fast machines out here tonight. Very skilled drivers on the mile-and-a-halfs. Precision is king. You won't use the front bumper here if you can help it. And they are doing a wonderful job so far. Some good racing throughout the field here. Let's have a look at the best forward battle on the racetrack. That would be Rick Rube working on Tyler Devin. That's for P5. Sorts out for the moment. Oh, now we're getting back at it. For all of you unfamiliar with iRacing and with Kansas Motor Speedway, there is no out of bounds here. You can run below that white line. I would not do it in corners. 100% would not advise. But on the straightaway, on the tri-oval, you are able to go below that and get as close to the grass, even in the grass, if you choose. Again, would not advise driving on the green stuff. But whatever you got to do to go fast. Drivers will often go down here all the way down to where the start-finish line hits the grass. And try to save as much time as you can. There's a little bit down there. It is hard on tires, though. You probably won't see it often. To ride on board with Steve McDonald in 7th place. And we're starting to get to that point in the season as we are 3 wide at the running farther back here. Lucas Lyons has made it back into this race. I believe he is somehow not laps down. I thought he had DC'd from this race, but he is back running 16th position. Oh no, Mickey Isaac. What happened? Turned into the fence. It's lap 16. And we get our first look at the Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Let's go back 30 seconds and have a look at what happened to the 01. Middle of a hornet's nest right here. 78 on his inside, 10 on his outside, and got a little bit of a tap from the, oh, that might have been a low net code actually, because he just went straight to the right across the nose of the 10, and we'll be using that first faster pair right there for Mickey Isaac. Let's ride on board with him and see if we can see anything different here. We are entering turn 3. Not a lot of clean air here. He's going to dive inside the 10. Probably the right move in the situation. Watch the steering wheel. Watch that orange tape. Center. All of a sudden, it just steers him back to the right. So I'm thinking that was some sort of net code off the 78. Unfortunate incident there for Mickey Isaac. That was your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. So we ride on board with our leader, Jason Lottridge, who has led every lap to this point. We are pitting. Oh boy. Obviously, Mickey the King Isaac is going to be on pit road with that damage. We have some of our front runners here. We are looking at Travis Bieber, the 114. Elliot Carlson right in front of him in the 009. Got Brett Bieber behind in the 808. Lucas Lyon is also going to come down pit road for some fresh rubber. Now this gets the drivers decidedly off sequence. Might just be a fuel-only call, as those were short pit stops. Looks like, I think that's fuel only. It could have been tires. I wasn't really looking, but we took about 7 seconds in the box. That's pretty fast for 2 tires. I'm going to say that's a fuel only, top it off kind of pit stop right there. And the top 11 have stayed out. Everyone behind them on a different sequence now out of this 29 car field. Mickey Isaac is 2 laps down, currently still sitting on pit road. Tough break for the 01 involved with the 10. That's Davy Jones on the front stretch. Happens, and it happens fast in iRacing. Still riding on board Jason Lottridge, who has led 2 more laps since we checked in last time. Having a look back at our field as we pace. Eventually here we'll be going double file. I think that might start here right now. Looks like we're getting in racing formation, if you will. Pace lights are out on the pace truck. We get set to restart here at lap number 20 of 120. In Kansas Speedway, this is the original Rebels Racing League. Live on V-Speed. I've been intrigued by what I've seen so far. Now, the tires are still, everyone's got the same tires as far as I know, save for maybe Mickey Isaac in the back and a couple other drivers who have gotten loose or what have you. But fuel is a big difference. When you put fuel in these trucks with old tires, they get free. They get loose. They want to spin. And I'm curious to know what that's going to look like. As we roll turn 4. Got the green flag in hand. Trucks are behind the flag, I swear. It's a really big flag, isn't it? Here we go, green. Jason Lottridge leading them to it in the restart zone. Here we go. Fan out 2 and 3 wide into the corner. Oh, we got a spin on the back. That's a 77. Off the racing surface, unfortunately. We are under caution now. There he is. We got a good shot of that one down the backstretch. That is Brian Thomas in the 77, who just had a bit of a trip through the grass, and while we were doing that, looks like the 12 grabbed the lead. Let's have a look back here and see what happened. Salty South Leather wreckage, rewind one more time. Already sliding there. We are down the backstretch. 77 is just above the 114, who gets into him a little bit, little neck code, but I think he's getting a push from the other Beaver. Got him a little out of shape. This is not Daytona. These trucks do not push terribly well at this racetrack, and unfortunately into the side at 77, no damage other than a little bit of heat in the tires, which, depending who you ask, might be a good thing here. He's going to come down pit road, probably get those 4 tires swapped. Off break for the 7-7. But also, while that happened, we had a change for the lead. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened to determine who your leader is. So here we are on the restart. Looks like we're slowing down now, and it was like just out of 3 and 4, the 12 car got ahead and was able to use that bottom to his advantage and steal away the lead from Jason Lottridge. We're going to go back live here as live shot. Cars coming out of turn number 2. Ticker on your screen. There it is. Gebben, your leader. Lottridge, second. McDonald, third. Holt, Smith, Oswald, Rube, Ward, Cofield, and Carlson are your top 10. We have a couple trucks with connection issues, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get that all straightened out here throughout the race. One of those was Lucas Lyons. See where he's at. There he is. Obviously some pretty heavy connection issues to start this race, and he had jumped over the wall, he tells me. That's how bad the connection was. It didn't even put him on the racetrack. And he is back to 13th position, started on pole. Obviously didn't lead any laps as he was barely there. Elliot Carlson, I believe, started alongside him. Sorry, row behind him. He's back to 10th. First car who has pitted in this race. I don't know how much strategy will play out. Obviously, a couple trucks have some more fuel underneath of them, which is great. A little more gas on board is always going to help out. I don't know if that will change the winner of this race. I don't know if that will impact the finish of this race based on how tight everything is in terms of tire sets and fuel. Can't hurt, obviously. If this was a 125-lap race, I would hail them as geniuses, but it's not. I think that everybody can make it on 2 stops. Be close, but we will find out. What this does do is it puts you off sequence so that if something changes, situation unfolds, you are in a better position, potentially a little more fuel on board, faster pit stops, etc., 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 if you want to help back on sequence with the other drivers. But we have a look back at our field as we start to double up from Tyler Gebben. We're saving. Leader is saving. Not sure if you can hear that at home. That clutch, turn the truck off sort of situation that we just had there, but that is how you save fuel in the NASCAR series. You turn it off, you let it coast. Can't burn fuel if it's not running. There's our top 3.5 in the screen, right behind the pace truck. On this restart, on the inside, you're going to have the 12 of Gebben, outside 03 of Lottridge, followed by the 68 of McDonald, the 23 of Holt, 47 of Smith, and that is your top 5. Pace truck should be making a hard left turn here right away. There he goes. Field in the hands of the 12. Here we go. We're still fanned out a few wide here. Still got blinkers in the back, unfortunately. Gavin's out. 12's out to a great start here. Some drivers working through the field. The 97. It's Mark Cofield. He's right beside that 021. The Amp Orange Machine. Up the 110 of Josh Oswald. He's right beside the 47. 3 wide, a little farther back. How about this? We almost got 4 wide here. I would not advise that. Oh, he's going to get tight, though, 121 is. Lucas Lyons is really giving that wall a fresh coat of rubber as he rides it all the way through turns 1 and 2, and he's going to lose a boatload of spots here. Here comes Corey Bigley from the back to the middle. He is running 13th. He's going to go for 11th here. Let's ride on the nose. See if he can do it underneath this 3. Right on the door, and he's going to dive it down in there into turn number 3. Turn number 1, how about? He's still 13th. He's going to try and grab a couple spots here. This is crazy stuff here. We got cars all over this racetrack. How about that STP machine? Stephen Davis. Oh, he gets into the side of Mark Cofield. Great save by Cofield. Oh, that should have been a big one. And here comes Bigley to take over a few positions. Going to gain 3 of them right there, but good job by this field to not absolutely destroy each other. I imagine Cofield not too happy about that. To runs right up against the wall. Oh, big push into the back of the 60 by the 78. Big push. Good save. So we are having a whale of a battle back here for about 12th on back. Here's Cofield. He's going to get split here 2 to 3 wide. Got Davis all the way down on the apron. Great racing here presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Some great battles up the front here as well. We're 2 wide for 2nd place. Here's looking back. Oh, we got a caution on the speedway. Is that Brandon Wallace? It is not Brandon Wallace. Anybody here? Don't see. Car spun around. Brandon Wallace said that's some pretty heavy damage, though. That might be a good candidate to go right on board with. Let's have a look here. How about a Salty South Leather wreckage rewind? Oh, yep, that's where it was. That's for sure. Oh, big damage for a lot of trucks there. Let's go back a little further here and see what caused this. 3 red trucks, 4 red trucks, usually not a good sign. 99 on top of the 3. 44 is going to force it 3 wide. Got Lucas Lyons right behind him. And what happens here? Lucas Lyons is going to give the push to the 99. Oh, and it got him sideways into the 3. 3 into the 48. 99 to the wall. 40 to 99. And yep, that is what I said earlier. Same thing happened with the 77. Got a little push from behind, and somebody got turned. Let's ride on board with Lucas Lyons, who is not having a great day. Southeast tutoring on the hood of this machine. Try and give a push to Brandon Wallace. It's a little off-centered, and just, there he goes. And unfortunately, Lucas couldn't avoid. Boom, right into the back of him. Hit him so hard, the deck lid lost its existence. That was your Salty South Leather wreckage rewind as your pole sitters on pit road. And your 6th place starter has led his 11th lap of this race. 31 laps in of 120. This is the original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, live on V-Speed. Can't quite give out any hard luck awards at this point, but if I had to give one, it would be Lucas Lyons at this moment in time. That hard luck award presented by Rice Farms, and they do not grow rice, I am assured. I can hear you chuckling at home, audience. I can hear you. Anyway, race fans, this has been an exciting one so far. We doubling up here. We're about to get after it. We are not another lap under caution. Let's see if I can find a driver to have a chat with. Let's see here. Who would be a good candidate? What, Elliot Carlson? How's that for a candidate? Elliot Carlson, it's Morgan up in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Morgan. You got me?
I sure do. All right, you are running in P5 currently. Started up in 4th, fell back a little bit on that pit cycle. What are you going to have to do to get up here and challenge the 12 and 68 for this race lead?
I think keep doing what I have been doing. Run the wall, use the draft on the backstretch, and be patient. I think right there, Lockridge hit the wall. So I think some of these guys that are going to be running the wall might be kind of apt to hit it. So I just got to be aware of what's in front of me and look ahead of my hood pin.
That is always that's always good advice. Look farther than the front of the nose of your vehicle. How's the balance on this 009 out here?
It's pretty good. I think putting fuel in it helped free it up a little bit through the corners. It drives okay. I haven't spent much time on the bottom, but I imagine those guys are watching them. They're a little loose, but running the high side seems to work pretty well.
Right on. Well, keep ripping the lip, and see you later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Morgan.
All right. You wearing Bandits or Velocity?
Velocity, but my truck says Revelry Racing. That's kind of old school team, I guess, at this.
Right on. Well, good luck out here. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Morgan.
That was your 4th place driver, Elliot Carlson. Got to remember which team to put these drivers back into, because they don't like it when you drop them into random voice chats while they're driving at 160 plus miles an hour. Believe me, been there, done that. All right, Howard Gebbin is going to lead this field to green once again. I feel like I'm saying that name wrong, but we're going to keep rolling with it. Pace truck's going to make that hard left turn. Ticker up on the screen. See where your favorite driver's running. And here we go. One more time. Lap 33, now 34, with 120, and the 12 is going to get another great jump out of the box. To look back at your field. Takes about 2 laps, it looks like, for that top side to come in. Here's the 009 doing the opposite of what he said he would do, ripping the lip. Running that middle lane right here, a little bit more banking than right on the white line. But still, not as much as way up on the fence. He's got company to his outside. That is Travis Bieber. 114. So we have a little bit of a position battle. There it is on your screen. Separated by tenths, hundredths, not quite thousandths, but it's a great battle nonetheless here. Here comes Davis. That 09 is going backwards a little bit. A little farther back in this field, that 021, Trevor Ward, he is right beside the other Bieber. That's Brett Bieber, running for 10th position, trying to pass for 9th. They are side by side. We got a car in the fence. That's Cofield. 97 has had a tough start to this race as he continues to slide back. Oh, we got issues there. That is the 99 into the side of somebody. Spencer Schatz by chance? Oh, we got big issues here. 03's around. The 3's around. 77's in it. Was that Spencer Schatz? It was. The no number, number 11. Big issues here. Let's go on another Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. 30 seconds back, and there we go. Into the corner. 99 makes a late move. 11 doesn't see it. Almost saves it into the 3, into the 03. 48's involved. I don't know what happened to the Lions. No brakes on that machine. 9 is in it. Oh, and then really gets him. And another time. It's like pool out here. That white truck is the cue ball. Tough break for Spencer Schatz. I don't know if the damage is too bad. A couple scrapes on either side. I can almost guarantee he is not going to win the Best Appearing Paint by V's 3D Printing. Let's look at it one more time. Let's look on board of the 48 machine. You had a really good look at all this. Let's replay about 40 seconds here. There it is. They're wrecking in front of him, and he's just trying to avoid it and drives through a few trucks. Keeps it pointed the right direction. And that was your Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. As Kevin is still saving fuel, we're getting pretty close to our first pit stop for everyone. A couple drivers still having to come down pit road. Namely, your top 3, Gebbin, Holt, McDonald, and Mark Cofield. The 4 drivers who have yet to hit pit road. Based on the amount of caution laps, I imagine they could probably go another 10 to 15 on fuel, which should put them well in the window to make this thing on 2 more stops. 1 more stop, in fact. Hit somewhere around 40, hit somewhere around 80, make it to 120 is how that math would work, roughly. Now, of course, he's saving, so he knows something that I don't. I'm trying to get a little bit further than what I had just said. We're getting really close to being able to make it all the way to the end on 1 more stop here at Kansas. And for those NASCAR fans out there, Kansas was the site of one of the greatest fuel mileage wins that I think anyone has ever seen. Brad Keselowski, I believe it was 2012. Right after he broke his ankle, I think. He saved so much fuel that everyone was bewildered. Nobody thought that a driver could save that much fuel that quickly. But he did it, and he ended up winning that race on the back of this racetrack here at Kansas Speedway. So we are riding on board with our leader. He's led 19 of them. I believe that is the most of any driver in this race. So we do a quick through the field here, as we are still 1 lap to green. There's your leader. 2nd place, Jeremiah Holt. Steve McDonald is 3rd. Alongside him is Travis Bieber in the 114. Stephon Davis, STP Scheme 60, running in 5th. Elliot Carlson, we talked to him earlier. He's running 6th. Corey Bigley in 7th, the 128. He started at the back. He's shotgun on the field. He's up to P7. Brett Bieber, 8th. Ronald Cole in the 24 is 9th. That white machine. Clean, I would say. Cody Bame in the 78. He's been involved in a few things already. Not much of his doing, just kind of a magnet right now. He's running 10th. Josh Oswald in the 110 is 11th. Brian Bordlin in 12th in the 44. Kiernan Church, points leader, tied atop the point standings with the 16th. Lucas Lyons. Keenan Church is in 13th. Cofield, 14th. He has had a tough start to this race, although he is still moving in the right direction. Rick Rube was 15th, now 16th. Lucas Lyons inside of him. That is your first 8 rows in this race. We get back going here right away with your original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Live from Kansas for race number 3. You got a minute. Go down on your screen, the little bell, the little thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to V-Speed if you like this action, you want to see some more of it. I'm here Sunday nights. Original Rebels iRacing Truck Series. Also Monday through Wednesday for Oil and Racing Revolution. Come check us out. We got all sorts of racing here live on V-Speed. to the restart zone. 12 gets a great launch. One more time. Go farther back in this field. Riding on board with Rick Rube in the 81. Looking back at the rest of the field, we're too wide all over the place. How about the gyro cam? Here is what you see when you're driving this thing. This is a gyro cam just over his shoulder, would be on the headrest if we were in a actual cup race. How about a driver's eye cam? Cockpit view. A little better idea of what you would see if you want the steering wheel in your view. Like most of us have, and he's pedaling it up there. He's a little tight, you can tell. A lot of wheel in it. Lift out of the throttle. This is Rick Rube. Oh, big dive on the inside of the 77 machine. Let's go up to the front here. We got some battle in here. We got a big old pack of cars. Going to be almost 3 wide for second place. We're all ripping the lip right up at the top side. And that's one of the cool things with this racetrack is the car on the inside is just as fast as the car on the outside. Outside's easy to keep momentum up, which is all what this truck's about. We're 3 wide, 1 truck in the fence. That's the 114 of Travis Bieber, getting passed by a bunch of trucks. And this racetrack, while the fast line is top line, the top line is also the most dangerous line. Really easy to get into that wall. You saw the 114 do right there, but the car was really ripping the bottom well as this 128. Let's watch how he does it. The gyro cam, he's going to be behind the 24 into the corner here, going to force it 3 wide. He's just trying to wheel it, stick it to that white line. Don't touch it though, as they are all sorts of crossed up and crossed over here, back for the back half of the top 10. Still a handful of drivers who have not come to pit road. First, second, fourth, and 16th have yet to pit right now. We're watching a terrific battle here. That 128 is going to keep it off the white line. Unless that truck's going to start dancing and wobbling all over the place. Tries to block up in front of the 114. Not quite enough room as the 114 moves outside. There's 3 wide again. Travis Bieber going to drive it in deep into the corner right in front of Lucas Lyons. Kieran Church is in it. Still 3 wide. What it looks like there, this is a log jam out here. Nowhere to go. Oh, we're almost wrecking. Great save by the 114. We're 4 wide right now. Oh, we got big issues there. Oswald's in the fence. Huge hit for the 110. Oh my goodness. That's steering damage for sure. The race isn't over, but it's not going in the right direction for the 110. That might just be your Hard Luck Award presented by Rice Farms. There it is on the screen right there. Hard Luck Award. Was running great and just popped the wall. Big time hit right there for the 110. Let's move back up into the top 10. Lucas Lyons running 10. In front of him, Corey Bigley. Slide job. Corey Bigley's probably not going to like that too much at all. Got racing all over this place. I love this racetrack. Looks like the top 2 are coming to pit road. That's Carlson and Bieber. A whole bunch of trucks pitting right now. This is where you can make it one more stop on fuel. Let's keep an eye on them. That Carlson stayed out. That's my bad. It's like the 12, the 23, the 68, and the 97, as well as the 110, all on pit road right now. Let's come back and have a look at those guys here once this cycles through. One's going to lose a spot to the 03. These drivers try and make it back up to the front of the field. we're still racing really hard here. Josh Smith, gets into the back of the 24. Big momentum here for the 48. He's going to force it 3 wide. There he goes. There's 1. Let's try and make it 2. No, he's going to back out of it. This at a 3-way battle for the 7th position. There we are, 3 cars under a blanket, separated by less than a 10th. It's almost looking like a finish to Atlanta earlier this year in the Cup Series. 48's going to get to the outside, and he was put in the wall by the 24. Oh, goodness. We are racing for all it's worth back here for P7. A little bit to regroup here. 77 comes into the frame. Got a big pack of cars behind this 24 machine. Fend them off from both lanes. This is Ronald Cole. Started 25th up to 7th. Lucas Lyons on the outside. Started on pole. 77, that's Brian Thomas right behind him. We got Bigley working through the field. Kieran Church working through the field. And some big names up here trying to make hay. Oh, we got issues. We coming to pit road here? Looks like we are. Ronald Cole hitting. There is your points leader, co-points leader, if you will, Kieran Church. Up into the wall a little bit. Little kith there off of turn number 2. Not going to hurt him too bad. That didn't even scratch the paint on that machine. Let's take a look at your current hard charge. We're not going to give out the award quite yet, as we're not even halfway in this race. Only about 5 laps away. But it's going to be Cody Bain, who is 4th, started 29th. Oh, we got a big move down here. That's Smith to the bottom. I don't know if that's going to get the job done. Looks like it just may. Big run by the 47. Goodness gracious. How did he do that? He passed 2 cars at once. But Cody Bain is up 24 positions. Down 19, Jeremiah Holton, the 23. That was from pitting. These cars all running a ways behind the pack and also a lap down. Praying for green flag racing. A caution would sink their day. They pitted 5 laps ago. Everyone else either 37, 17, or 24 laps ago. These drivers just want to cycle through, and they believe they can win the race on the strategy. Your leader currently, Elliot Carlson. Talked to him earlier. He's ripping the lip just like he said he would. He has led 4 laps. Off the nose of Stephen Parsons. Oh, just about crossed over the 47. We got trucks in the fence back there. That's the 3. Big time contact with the wall for the 3 car. 22 is going to go by on the inside. Almost. So we have battle here for 16. That's how quickly it happens. That's how spread apart these cars are. There's some leaders up in the top corner of the frame, all the way back to 15 right now. Battle for the lead. That 47 car. Smith wants it, and he's going to take it. New leader, Josh Smith. Leads lap number 1 of this event. Okay. Started 15th. That's up 14 positions from the start of this race. Great move through the field for him. Oh, big wall contact for the 60. That's the problem with running the wall so tight here. And that will cost you half a tenth every single lap. Once you get up into the fence. Another car up in the wall. That looks lines again. Was that Brian Thomas? I think it was Brian Thomas. Riding the wall through 3 and 4. Little damage on the right rear of that machine. Nothing to write home about. Are we catching lap traffic here? Not quite. What does Josh Smith see? He does see a little bit of lap traffic. Nothing too crazy, but we have the top 20 on the lead lap. Tyler Rice, the first truck, 1 lap down. Here is Tyler Rice behind Mickey Isaac. DC there for a second. Little blink. Josh Smith, we are running laps that are about a second slower than what we started this race on. For your reader. Ripping the lip up here with Elliot Carlson. Halfway this time through this 120 lap event. As we look high above this Kansas Speedway, good shot of how far apart this field is. All sorts of strategies, all sorts of different lines being run here. Got issues here for somebody. Is that Corey Bigley? What's coming to pit road? We do have some pitters right now. You can see them at the bottom of your screen. Coming to pit road. Brett Bieber, Travis Bieber. Become drafting partners with each other here. This sets them up for 1 pit stop around lap 100, and then 1 pit stop, or that will be your last pit stop in a 20-lap dash to the end. Go hard, don't save anything. That's what that sets them up for. We'll see if that's what happens, but we're going to have a look here at the 6. That is Tyler Rice. That's what it looks like when you are running as the still first car 1 lap down. 4th car 1 lap down, doing your best to try and keep up with the rest of this field. Kind of all mixed up here, mixed in with the rest of the field. Gyro cam. See what he's battling here on the cockpit view. He's a little tight, it looks like. See the steering wheel opposite of what you see on your screen. That's just how cameras work, folks. That car is not the nice handle. It's actually free. Back-end wants to sway around on it throughout the corner. That was Tyler Rice running in P number 22. 77's coming to pit road right here. Back up to your leaders. Oh, that was a beautiful camera transition. Thanks, Kansas. Your leader is Josh Smith. He's led 8 of them. Looking back at Carlson alongside Parsons. How about Davis? I don't know where I got Parsons from. There they are, side by side. Before things get too crazy with pit strategy, let's go through the field. Like I said, Josh Smith, Stephen Davis with Elliot Carlson right behind him. Ryan Bordland in the 44 made his way up from 26th position. Cody Bame up from 29th position, right beside Trevor Ward in the 121, up 6 spots. Lucas Lyons, who was waiting for this pit stop, to make his way up through the field. Brandon Wallace, good run for him, up 12 spots in the 99. Spencer Schatz up a bunch of spots and was the last caution, so good for him up here in the top 10. Matt Knights, as Stephen Davis comes to pit road. Matt Knights is 9th. Corey Bigley up to 10th. Kieran Church 11th. Cofield Jimmy is 12th. That number 3 machine. Rick Rube is in the 81. He's 13th. Stephen Davis is on pit road at 14th. Mike Beath just got by him. He is that rocket strong number 9. Lottridge, who started up at the front, is back to 15th. Jeremiah Holt, they just got in the wall a little bit. He is running in 16th. 19th, how about? We are going to end this because it is getting a little bit wild out here. His strategies are coming to play. We got Borland and Carlson coming down pit road. Borland, did he miss? Is he out of gas? Do we have an out of fuel machine on the racetrack? It looks like we just might. Oh, that is a tough break if he missed pit road. Sounds like it's still running. Don't know exactly what's going on here. Maybe he just missed the pit road. Let's go back 40 seconds and see here. He did. He just missed pit road. That's all it was. He couldn't do it. Could not do it for the 44. Lucky that wasn't a caution. Gonna come down this time though. That's gonna lose him at least, 8 seconds or so, I would say. For the 44, that is Brian Borland. Tough break for him. Your leader is still Josh Smith as we continue through this pit cycle. Cody Bame up 27 positions. You can't gain many more than that as there's only 29 in the race. 3 seconds back of your leader, and look who's joined them back up at the front. That's Lucas Lyons as well as Trevor Ward, who never left the front. These drivers all are going to have to pit here in the next handful of laps. I'm seeing 32 on this stint for Josh Smith, 39 for Bame, 38 for Lyons. Add 1 as they cross the line. I'm thinking another 2 laps, 3 laps maybe for second and third, Bame and Lyons. Probably another 5 to 8 for Smith, Ward, Wallace, Schatz, and Knights. We're going to find out here right away what kind of mileage these guys are getting. It stops upcoming. Exciting stuff here. Original Rebels Racing League live on B-Speed. I'm going to take a quick step away to ride on board with Cody Bame. So quick, I could be a race car driver. That was a little bit of a ride on board with the 78. We maybe coming to the road here right away. Has not ventured off the top side quite yet. Either is Lucas Lyons up to P3 on this cycle. Got a good battle back here. That's, what do we got here? 5th through 7th or so. 99, 68, 23, 11. And remember, this 23 is on a different strategy too. Might be a lap down still. Where is Jeremiah Holmes? He is a lap down in 15th position. There's a 78 on pit road right now. That's Bame. Was running second, which means Lucas Lyons cannot be far behind. Looking like 43 is the max fuel number. Let's see if this 48 car comes to pit road in front of us. Riding on board with the 021 of Trevor Ward. Started 12th up to 3rd. I imagine it'll be second here in about 5 seconds. I was wrong. He's going to continue to run in 3rd as Lucas Lyons stretches his tank 1 lap further. Only 10 trucks on the lead lap right now under this pit cycle. Mike Beef is 10th place at the moment. 19 seconds behind the leader. Here is your leader, Josh Smith. Look back at this battle. Oh, we got big time tight for the 021. Going to lose a handful of positions there. If I could read the ticker right, we got some lap down cars here, of course. The 114, the 68, the 60, I believe, are all on the lap previous to this one. With this pit cycle. They're trying to unlap themselves, and they're doing a great effort at it right now. You can tell tires mean a lot. Your leader is running 1.4 seconds slower this fast lap of the race. A 32.6, if you were curious to what that time actually looks like. Lucas Lyons even a little slower. He just ran a 32.87. His fast lap was a 31.2, so that's 1.6 seconds that they are running off the pace right now, and we're getting down to it. Jimmy Cofield's on pit road. Kieran Church just left pit road. A little right side damage on that 22 machine. Rick Rube coming into pit road. We're starting to have these top 10 drivers cycle it back through. He ran 47 laps, which means Lucas Lyons can't be far behind. There he is, coming to pit road. 021 right behind him. Got to have this be your money stop. This is going to be the last time. Sorry, one more stop you'll have? Maybe. This should get you to the end. This will be close. It'll be close. This is going to be the money stop right here, though. Cannot afford a mistake. Cannot afford a penalty. Can't slide through the box. Can't do anything like that. Can't miss pit road. This is getting you to the end. I do have some concerns about some drivers farther back in this field, though. Brett Bieber, already been on track for 17 laps. By my math, they're supposed to be 10 laps short, which I don't like. Stephen Davis, looks like he's going to be about 6 short if I'm doing my math right. They got to be saving big time right now. Let's ride on board. Lifting into the corners, maybe a little clutch. A lift, but nothing crazy. I don't know if I like that. I am a little concerned for a lot of these drivers. Should see our leader coming to pit road here right away. Mike Bethan. There's the 9 on pit road right there. We got 5 on the lead lap. Brett Bieber, the last one. Matt Knight's in front of him. He's on pit road. Spencer Schatz has yet to pit. Brandon Wallace has yet to pit. So does your leader, Josh Smith. Smith will be coming down right here. He sure is. Let's watch this commitment. Good job making it to pit road without speeding, hopefully. And somebody missed pit road. Is that Spencer Schatz? It was Spencer Schatz. Missed pit road. Cannot have that happen at this point in time. That's going to cost him a lot of positions. Brandon Wallace, your new leader. Schatz, Smith, Bieber have yet to pit. A bunch of cars unlapping themselves as the leaders hit pit road. Looks like 99 is coming this time. Sure is. And there he goes. Committing, and there it is. A little rear lockup, nothing crazy. Josh Smith coming out of pit road. There he goes. Gonna cycle back to about 12th or so. If I'm reading this timing screen correctly. 13th maybe. Jeremiah Holt. Maybe had an issue there. He must have had to come to pit road right now, saying, I can make it to the end. I have a shorter stop than the rest of these guys. He's got 10 laps more fuel than everyone else. We have ourselves quite a strategy battle shaping up. I really have no idea what to expect right here. Cars that I like where they're at. Cody Bame. I'm a fan of this position right here. He's got less than 40 to go. 8 laps on the run. Looks like he's going to be right on that number, that 45 lap number. He better save all he can, though. Who I really like, Lucas Lyons, Josh Smith. Lucas Lyons somehow got ahead of Josh Smith as that 47 is right behind the 48. This could be the battle for the win right here. If we stay clean and green, this is going to be a whale of a fight here. If you forgot, you're live on V-Speed here. I'm Morgan Cook, your lead broadcaster, producer. I'm kind of the all-in-one package here in this race as we have a look back at our battle for 9th and 10th. And these two trucks, they know this is a big race. This is a big moment right here. Lucas Lyons, 6-lap old tires. Josh Smith, 3-lap old tires. Probably not coming back to pit road. I don't know why you would at this point. The truck they need to be very worried about, though, is this 78 right here, Cody Bain. Right here. That Velocity Motorsports machine. Because if he can make it, he's going to win this race. If we stay green, of course. A lot of caveats here, a lot of ifs, ands, and buts about this one. I am hesitant that the 128 can make it. Hitting 18 laps ago. Same with Elliot Carlson in the 009. I have no faith that the 25 lap stint that Brent Bieber's on and the 20 lap stint Stefan Davidson on can make it to the end, as well as Travis Bieber. I don't think they can make it. Steve McDonald, Josh Oswald certainly cannot make it. They got to pit here in the next 10 laps or so. As that duo that just pitted, Lyons and Smith, are working their way through the field. This is giving me 2008 vibes for those of you who know what I'm talking about. That was the Jimmy Johnson. Oh, caution on the speedway. Oh, this changes everything. Oh, the 64's around, up in the wall. Ball everything I just said. Ball it up, throw it out the window. Top 20 on the lead lap. Oh man, this is going to shake things up in a big way. Let's have a Salty South Leather Wreckage rewind for the 64 machine. As we go into turn number 1. Riding through 1 and 2 here. Going to go inside the 77, outside the 77, inside the 77. And just, that was some net code. I don't know if the 77 didn't know the 64 was there. Big time miscommunication nonetheless as they just cross paths and round they go. Salty South Leather Wreckage rewind, lap number 89 of 120. Well, this is almost award time. We have about 30 laps to go, I would say, if that math is correct. We're watching the original Rebels Racing League presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM as we are having pit stops right now. There we go. We got Brett Bieber leading them down pit road. Everyone's going to come down this time. There's no question about that. Let's see how it shakes out. I imagine we'll be taking 4 tires here. I don't know why you would take 2. Still 30 laps left in this race. If you got them, which you should, might as well use them right here. Truck's getting jacked up. Ooh, 60 got a good launch out of the pit box. Lucas Lyons going to beat him off with a 2-tire stop, possibly. Lucas Lyons wins the race off pit road. Definitely was a fuel-only stop for the 48. Will restart in 6th as Josh Smith stayed out. So did Brandon Wallace, Trevor Ward, Rick Rube, and Jimmy Cofield. Lucas Lyons the only driver to not take 4 tires until you go back to the 77 and Brian Thomas. Well, this is going to shake things up in a big way. We know tires here mean quite a bit. About a second a lap later in the run. I am a little surprised. Let's get the ticker back on the screen, and there you can see top 22 on the lead lap. Kyler Rice, who started in the back, has not progressed very much further than that. 22nd. 23rd now, after everything cycles through. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back live in about 30 seconds. This is the original Rebels Racing League live on V-Speed. We are back high above Kansas Speedway. Come down to 1 to go. See on the left side of your screen with your ticker, Josh Smith is your leader in that 47. A couple cars got to wave around here. There goes the 9. But your top 10, Josh Smith, Brandon Wallace, Trevor Ward, Rick Rube, Lucas Lyons, Jimmy Cofield, Brett Bieber, how about? Stephon Davis, Elliot Carlson, Travis Bieber. Those are your top 10. And one of those drivers, Jimmy Cofield, to be exact, is going to be your hard charger of the race. No next, fast pair, hard charger award up 22 positions in this race, 21 now, depending on what the ticker says. Great run for that 3 machine here tonight. We're going to get back live and racing here in just a second. As Josh Smith is going to pace them alongside Brandon Wallace into the restart zone here in mere moments. Pace truck turns left. The green flag is out. Lucas Lyons out here making an aggressive move, running 3rd now. Pass for the lead. These cars are old tires, remember, the top 2. About 7 laps older than everyone behind them. Lucas Lyons is the first car on fresh tires. There he is. Gonna try to cross over here to the 47. He's gonna make it stick. We got ourselves a race for 2nd place. A lot of jockeying back in the field here in the pack. Lucas Lyons going to take over the 2nd position. Stephen Parsons, Stephen Davis, goodness gracious, right behind him, watching too much Xfinity. Stephen Davis right behind the 48. Going to force it to the bottom here, try and make it too wide. Smith is going to fall back. That staying out on old tires may not have been the right call for that 47 machine, but we still got 25 laps to go here. It's anybody's race as we're 3 wide into turn number 3. Ames sticking it on the bottom. Bieber on in the middle, and Lucas Lyons up on the top side there. Brandon Wallace is leading this race. 4 laps led for him. That's the first time he's led a lap this season, if I'm not mistaken. There's that 48 still running the top side. Let's ride on board with this 114 as he tries to do some work and break into this top 5. Still has the 48 alongside, 47 alongside, sorry. Ames going to make a move on the inside of the 48. Just as Bieber goes the inside of the 60, new 2nd place, new 4th place. They all chase Brandon Wallace. Pushes are only going to get bigger. Throwing it into the corner is only going to get harder. The tires are only going to get worse. As we have a 3-way battle for the lead. There they are right there. As we ride on the rear bumper. Back of the cab of the 99. Brandon Wallace looking back in 2nd place. Battle for the lead. Bieber's got some fresher tires, 7 laps newer, in fact. then the 99. He's going to take over the lead, at least for that half of the racetrack. Dive into turn 3. Oh, the 808's going to clear. He sure is. Davis is going to get pulled through as well. Here comes Bain. 99 is going to fight tough on the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to hang on to this. Doing a great job around that top side. All the momentum's up there. 60 clears for second. Bames to the 99's inside for third. Lucas Lyons can only watch back from fourth, fifth place. That's Bieber, sorry. Lyons even farther back behind him. Those cars look so similar from a distance. With one eye closed at a glance from 100 yards. Big battle back here. That's the 68. The 110 who was in the wall a little bit earlier. Big damage for that 110 car. This was a faster pair. 48's in it. 128 is in it. For 1 second, we're gonna go away from this battle. There we are. To our Hard Luck of the Day award, presented by Rice Farms. It is the 23 of Pierre Meyerholt. Started 5th, ran up front all day, got bit on the pit strategy. He is currently trapped a lap down, the third car 1 lap down. And that is your Rice Farms Hard Luck, award. Good battle for the 9th place here. Not sure what's happening to the 48, if he's saving his stuff or if he's burned it up already. But he was way up at the front, and he now is behind a bunch of other trucks on the same tires. It's gonna be difficult to make it up. I've been there, done that. Tire strategy was never really my best characteristic about driving in iRacing. The fixed setups like we're running here in the original Rebels Racing League, it's all about tire saving, tire wear, managing it, being smart about it, and it's not something I was ever great at. So we have a look back at our field. This is your leader, Brett Bieber, led 13 laps, up 10 spots. We got some movement back here around P7. Elevator move for Bigley, top to bottom. He's going to try and clear both those cars. And alongside the 99 and the 68. 68's going to pinch him down to the bottom. 99 slipping back farther. Elliot Carlson comes into the picture. Oh, big moves for Oswald. That's Oswald. That is Oswald back there. See what the 110 sees. For the 9th position is we have a new leader, in fact, and that leader is Stephen Davis in the 60. Oh, caution out on the speedway. Davey Jones, the 10, was involved in the very first incident of the day. He is around. Let's see if we can find out what happened to him on a Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Moving into the corner pretty deep there behind the 03. 64 looks like to get in the back of him if I had to make a guess. 10's up the track. 03's coming up the track. Maybe yes, maybe no. Oh. Ken just drives into the door of the 23. Oh my goodness. Into the 64. I don't know what happened there. That was, there's some stuff to sort out after this race. Might be a post-race fight after this one. That was your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Okay, what do you do now? You come to pit road? No, you don't. You fake coming to pit road. That's what Stephen Davis is going to do here. 12 laps to go. The top 7 all have equal tires. Then Brandon Wallace, 7 laps older. The next 2 also have 20-lap old tires, same as your top 7. Josh Smith, slightly older, 27-lap tires. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. 10 laps to go. What I do know, though, is that 60 car is pretty sharp. Wouldn't you say? STP, a little modern twist on a classic scheme. And that 23 machine, Stephen Davis, is your Weiss 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. Look at that, not a scratch on that machine. Beautiful scheme, love the petty blue, love that STP orange. On a race that I believe at one point was sponsored by STP. Somebody fact check that for me. Thank you, but that is your Weiss 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. Stephen Davis in the 60. We're going to have a shootout, folks. A shootout in Kansas. Where have you heard that before? That was a Wild West joke. If I didn't let it marinate enough, apologies. Here's a look back at your field. Couple cars coming in. Looks like Bigley back there. Nope, Bigley is a couple spots behind. Different red and blue truck. That you see Bigley peeking his nose there behind Bame. There he is. Bigley right on the white line. Okay. So this is going to be an interesting time here. We have a few drivers take tires. Namely, Lucas Lyons, Jason Lottridge, Jimmy Cofield, Rick Rube, and Mike Beef. All took tires on this stop. They are going to restart 18th through 22nd, meaning they got a long way to go if they're going to make it up here in 10 laps. Make that probably 9 laps when we get actually back racing. Stephen Davis leads, Brett Beaver second, Cody Bame, Travis Beaver, Corey Bigley, Steve McDonald, Elliot Carlson, Brandon Wallace, Josh Oswald, Kieran Church, your points leader. Those are your top 10. I don't think that will end up how your top 10 ends up, but we're going to find out here shortly. As the lights should go out on the pace truck here this time by. And we will restart with, I believe, 8 laps to go, 9 laps to go. Once again, thank you to Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM for sponsoring the original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Appreciate all the work you guys do. We roll through turns number 1 and 2. There's the vehicles coming down the back stretch. Behind that pace truck. Who's going to win this race? Who's going to win it? Not sure. Don't know. I have no feeling for this. There's been a lot of really good cars here tonight. That 60's been good. The 808's been good. The 78's been good. The 128 has been up there all night. The 114's been up there all night. We're going to find out right here. Through the restart zone. Oh, great launch by the 808. They're side by side. That's the best restart the Top's got all night. And they're going to be side by side in turn 1. 808's going to fall back to third place here. The bottom is where you got to be on the restart, but we got 2 wide for the lead. Bame jumps to the outside of Davis. Big time blocking. Couple Beavers back there. Third and fourth. Stephen Davis going to clear off of turn number 4. Big battle here. Bame's going to, I think, lead that lap. Bame's going to drive down to turn 1. He's going to take the lead. Try and slide up here on the exit. He got it. Going to block all the momentum behind the 60. Caution's out on the speedway. Caution is out on the speedway. Was it by chance Tyler Rice? Was he the cause of this incident? Let's have a look back. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind and see if we can find out what happened here. There's your 6 car. And, yep, a little bit of collection there. Got the 128, 138. Philip Manzo got into the door of your 6 car. Around goes Tyler Rice. We are under caution. Woo! Maybe a green-white checker. That was your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Cody Bame is your leader. Stephen Davis, second. Brett Bieber, Travis Bieber, Corey Bigley, Elliot Carlson, Steve McDonald, Josh Oswald, Brandon Wallace, Kieran Church. That is your top 10. It's anybody's race right now. Could go in any direction. We're only going to restart here with probably 4 laps to go. So it's going to be a dash to the finish. I don't know what to expect. I expect you're going to be on the bottom, though. If you can clear off a turn 2, this race is yours to lose. But you got to get off a turn 2, and you got to get off turn 2 single file with the lead. I think if you're side by side, third place is probably going to get to you. Possibly into 3, possibly coming to the start-finish line. And then from there, it's just about, we're 25 laps into this run. Hope you made your tires the right kind of happy. Hopefully your right rear is feeling it, and you can really work through these corners. You're not tight. We're going to find out what these drivers have done. Set the stage for these last few laps. I don't want to pull anyone up into the booth right now, as I am not a believer in knocking somebody off their game as they're trying to go out here and win a race on a clutch restart. So let me put you in the driver's seat. Here's what I'd be thinking. If I'm the 78, I'm a ball of nerves. I'm a fairly anxious guy as it is. Well, we're sitting here looking out the windshield. This is Cody Bame. He's been here, done that. I have no doubt that he is fully locked in and ready to go. But he looks behind him here, and he sees a whole field. And he knows that he did a great job running the bottom last time to get underneath of, I believe it was the 808 who ran the top. He had that great launch. And the 78 came from third. Who's going to come from third this time? The 808. He's going to come all the way back, full circle here. Maybe, just maybe, Brett Bieber is going to be able to pull the same move on Cody Bame that Cody Bame just pulled up Brett Bieber. And go out there and grab the lead. So I'd be watching that third car. If you can, like I said, if you can clear out of turn 2, you're going to have a good shot at this thing. But you got to clear out of turn 2, and you got to watch out for the draft off the back. We're coming to the green flag this time. Exciting times for this series, first mile and a half of the season. Who's going to win it? Will this be the last caution? We're about to find out as they roll into the restart zone. Bame on the inside. Davis on the outside. Great launch by the 78. He's going to be clear by 2 as they start finish line. Bieber on the inside. He's going to pull along even with Davis. Bieber's going to be clear. Yes, he is clear off of turn 2. Into 3. Bieber's got the body. He's going to have a big draft here down the backstretch. Bigley alongside Davis, holding him back. They all drop down to the bottom to try and cut this track. Main leads. Oh, big contact in the back. That was Smith at the 47. And we're destroyed in the back of this field. Oh my goodness. We are absolutely wadded up back here. It's all started with the 47 into the fence. 81's in it. That's Rube. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Let's have a look back here, see what happened. Another Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. And no, that was not a commentator jinx, as I asked a question. I didn't make a statement. Anyway, here we are on the front stretch. Coming through the front stretch. Doesn't realize where the wall is, and boom! Nails it. Then you got the 110 across the nose of the 99, and then it's all just melee from there. Couple cars there. I don't know if they didn't see it happening or what, but there's very fast drivers through that field. Let's have a look at the 3 truck. Let's have a look back here and see. About 1 lap ahead of this. Currently running in the 14th position, I believe this truck is. You can see up ahead, off of smoke, they're wrecking, and we're just still foot wide open, right through it, and a lot of carnage there, a lot of big hits. That was your Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. Hopefully the last one of the night, as we are going to be green-white checker season. Green-white checker. I believe this would actually be a natural green-white checker, so I don't know if this will count as number 1 of their 2 attempts, or if we could have up to 3 here this evening. We're going to find out. So, a little strategy recap. Your top 6. Bame, Brett Bieber, Davis, Bigley, McDonald, and Travis Bieber, all on 30-lap-old tires, and have 10 laps of fuel left in the tank. Your 7th place driver, Lucas Lyons, 11-lap-old tires, also 30 laps in the tank. Elliot Carlson, 30-lap-old tires. Brandon Wallace, 37-lap-old tires. Kieran Church, 30-lap-old tires. So, 3 distinct strategies in your top 10. And it could go the right way for any of them. This race is still wide open. And I'm excited to see how it ends up. Might be coming to 1 to go this time by. Let's see here. Pace light still on the pace truck. That means we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here with the Original Rebel Racing League live on V-Speed right after this. We are back. Ready to go green here with 3 laps to go. At Kansas Original Rebel Racing League, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Can Bame hold on? Led 8 laps tonight, started way in the back in 29th. Shotgun on the field. Ooh, that was a questionable restart by the 808. I don't know about that one. But he's alongside. We're 4 wide. Excuse me, back in the field here. 3 wide now, still getting through it. 48's new tires are going to start working for him here right now if he's going to get up there and challenge for this win, but we got a battle for the lead here. Name on the bottom. Bieber on the top. Lines up to 4th in those new tires. Here comes Davis. 2 laps to go. 2 laps left in this race. Final lap at this race. Holy cow, Ticker's behind. Don't know what's going on. This is your white flag. You get 4 cars under a blanket for the win here. Wrecking in the back. Huge wreck in the back. 114's involved. Earmark that for later. Lucas Lyons pushing Bame. Bieber on the outside. Lucas Lyons going to come across the line. Who gets it? I think Bame got that one. I think Bame won this race. There's your winner right there, Cody Bame. We'll get a better look at that crossing the finish line here in just a second. What a terrific finish it was. Let's see if we can replay this maybe from it's a shot at your last couple corners here. You got Bame leading. 808 on the outside. This is not a better camera angle. There's one. You saw it, split second there, and I'll get a picture of it later. Bame on the inside. Lucas Lyons finishes second with Brett Bieber coming home in 3rd. And there is your winner, Cody Bame. Terrific run for him. And he's got a little contact there with Tyler Rice, but we are going to move into your Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show right after this. We've got some quick commercials to do. We will be right back. Here live on V-Speed.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The ball gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes
Dweck.
Dweck.
A push from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Here we are back on V-Speed for your Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Go through the results of this Original Rebels Racing League event in Kansas. Won by Cody Bame. Lucas Lyons came in 2nd. Brett Bieber in 3rd. 3 wide across the line, a la Atlanta, if you will. Stephen Davis, Bigley, Carlson, Church, Beef, Wallace, and Thomas. Your top 10. Good work by Wallace hanging on those older tires. Cofield started 18th, coming home in 11th. Fordland, Cole, all started in the 20s, finished 12th and 13th respectively. Lottridge, not the best effort for him. He started 3rd, finished 14th. Shots up 13 spots. Gebbin back 10. Cofield up 10. Ward is down 6 positions into 18th. Smith, who ran up front a lot of this race, he ended up finishing in 19th tonight. Tyler Rice rebounds for a 20th after being a lap down for a lot of this race. 21st was Knights. Rude finished 22nd. He was part of one of these later cautions. Travis Bieber was caught up in that last lap incident, which we will go back and find after the interviews. McDonald, 24th. Holt, 25th. Mickey the King Isaac in 26th. Started 24th. Manzo, 27th. Oswald, 28th. Davy Jones, Alex V. Round out your field this evening. We're going to move in to our interviews here shortly. What a terrific race this was here at Kansas here tonight. We had 3-wide battling, 2-wide battling. There were cars all over this racetrack. And it came down to a 3-wide across the finish line battle between Cody Bame, Lucas Lyons, and Brett Bieber. Speaking of Brett Bieber, we are going to bring up our third place finisher into the booth here in just a second. Brett Bieber, Morgan Cook in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, Brett, it was a wild race from my chair. I don't know how it felt for you. You led 15 laps of this race, coming down to, I think it was 2 cautions before the final one. You were leading. And you had a shot at it. You had a great restart on that last restart from the top side to bring the fight to Cody Bame. But what did you need a little extra, another few feet, to get this win tonight?
I was just happy to kind of be running up front with and kind of seeing what I could do with the good guys up here. And I was at last restart, like you said, I did get a really good start. And when he blocked me low down the backstretch and I ended up going high, I actually thought I was in a good spot. But kind of crazy how fast the draft kind of goes off the corner. And he kind of beat me back to the line. But overall, it was a good run for me and had a good time racing.
Right on. Well, you moved up 8 positions in this race. You were slowly and steadily working your way forward in that Kyle Larson scheme, so not terribly surprising given how that scheme performs on a regular basis. But you mentioned the draft, and why don't you talk us through kind of how important it was and how you would set up your corner exit with the draft in mind?
Yeah, the draft was very important to kind of set yourself up for the next corner if you could get a good run. But if with tire wear, if you kind of stayed, fully committed wide open and your tires were worn, you would get kind of tight off turn 2. But I think when I was out in front, I kind of used my tires up a little bit because the last couple laps there was a little harder for me to hold it off the corner and keep the throttle down. But the draft on the 1.5 kind of keeps you in the game if you can stay with the trucks in front of you. So still kind of learning, but getting a little better each time.
Well, you showed that you are learning and you're putting it to good use as you ran well here tonight. So congratulations on this third place finish. Who do you want to shout out for this effort here tonight?
Oh yeah, thanks. I'd like to thank Travis, my brother. He kind of helped me through the pit strategy and stuff, and it kind of worked itself out that we were up front. I also want to thank the admins that run this, also Golden, Suzuki, Honda, and everyone that kind of puts this thing together.
Right on. Well, appreciate your time up here in the V-Speed booth. Congratulations on third place, Brett, and we will see you next week.
Appreciate it.
That was your third place finisher, Brett Bieber. Now, to somebody who has spent a lot of time in the V-Speed booth, that is Lucas Lyons. Lucas Lyons, you got a copy. Morgan up in the V-Speed booth.
But I do.
Well, Lucas, let's click the right button here. There we go. Now you're second place. Interesting race for you. Let's start at lap 1. You won the pole, obviously, but you did not come back to complete the first lap. What happened there?
I started blinking. So I guess I need to go buy my own internet and stop bumming off my friend who lives in the same apartment complex with me. So I guess that's something I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah, I was convinced that you had gone and left this race forever, but I looked back up and you were running 16th, and you ended up working your way through the field from the back, slowly but surely creeping back up, and you did a great job. Pit strategy obviously worked out right at the end as you pitted for tires there with about 10 to go. Why don't you run me back from just before you made that decision to pit for tires and walk me through these last 10 laps?
So I knew that we only had 2 sets actually this race. I'm sorry, I told you the wrong number, but I was like, well, if I'm gonna have to come from the back, I feel like a caution's gonna come out late. So I'm gonna run as long as I possibly can on this first set of tires, which ended up being like 78 laps. And hopefully caution comes out late, and I'll take the tires and then just go balls to the wall um, on that next restart. So I come take tires, come out like 18th or 20th, gain 3 or 4 spots there, and then on because the caution came out, then gain a few more spots. Another caution comes out, and I'm like, I might have a shot at this now, like a legit shot. And going into turn 3 on the last lap, I thought about giving Cody the bumper, but I was too offset from him, and I really didn't know how the truck would handle a bump here. So I kind of laid off of him. Was hoping to get a good exit, and he got me by half a truck. So that kind of sucks. But hey, I get to talk to you again.
You sure do, and it's a good thing you didn't bump him because that happened twice today, and both times ended in disaster on the backstretch. That was a good heads-up move to not drive through him. What did you need to do differently on that last restart, coming from I think you restarted 8th or so, to get that extra half truck length that you needed?
Uh, Run a different line at 3 and 4. It wasn't really anything I did driving through the field or anything like that. It was I committed to the bottom, and he came down, and he was there, and there wasn't really anywhere I could have went. But if I would have ran the middle, it might have been a little bit different outcome, getting a little bit better run on 20 lap pressure tires than him. But it was a great move by Cody, because I wouldn't blame him for that, going for the win, stuff like that. It was just the line I committed to too soon.
Yeah, well, it was a good effort, and you'll put that one in the piggy bank for next time and figure out what you can do differently with the fresh tires on the restart. But who do you want to shout out or thank for this effort here tonight, the second place finish here in Kansas?
I want to go ahead and thank Southeast Tutoring, Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Cofield Supply and Service, Dark Fusion Systems, Honor Home Loans, E-Racing Designs, Fearless Creations, Gaming Chef, SM Racing Products. If you use code 15, no, if you use code Lucas Lions at checkout, you can save 15%. Helps you, helps me, helps them. Just trying to get the name out there. I want to thank you for putting this on. I want to thank Kinder Farmer Ranch, No Neck Fast Repair, Salty South Leather, Flexible Freight Solutions, V3D Printing, and Golden Suzuki Honda.
I think you got them all.
I think so, because I went back and watched one of the interviews I did, and I forgot SM Racing Products, so I had to make sure I get that one in.
Right on. Well, congratulations here again on second place tonight, Lucas. You ran well, and we'll see you next week at Richmond.
Hopefully.
Right? I think it's Richmond. Cool.
I think so.
Anyway, congratulations, and I will go grab our winner here tonight. Cody Bame won this race. Pull him up in the V-Speed booth. Cody, got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
I am doing well. Obviously, I'd ask you the same thing, but we all know that you're just on cloud 9 right now. Led 11 laps, started all the way in 29th, second last car in this field, and you won the thing. How'd you do it?
Well, I mean, I'm never good at qualifying, but I made the absolute idiotic mistake of running all of my qualifying laps on the top because I'd been practicing on the top the whole time, and but I don't know, maybe that played into my favor because I kind of just rode around for a while and tried to pick off a couple spots here and there, but mostly I kept pitting pretty much every caution to get fuel. And I think the way that last pit cycle played out, I think it I don't know, I think it just kind of worked out for me.
Right on. Well, it clearly did, because you ended up in victory lane here. So I would say that it worked out quite well for you. But moving ahead, obviously, from where you had started, let's move into the last few laps here. So you had a restart with 5 to go, then another one with 3 to go. We'll almost a green white checker. And
Yeah.
you're on the inside. You got the 808 of Bieber on the outside, and he times the restart perfectly. He's at your
Yeah.
door, at your nose. What are you thinking crossing the start-finish line knowing you have a car right to your outside?
I was kind of thinking, I'll probably be able to clear him in 1 and 2, just because before the trucks get wound up, you can just wrap the bottom. The outside doesn't have the advantage it does usually, but I figured I could clear him in 1 and 2. But I knew just how strong the draft is here. That by the time I was in 3 and 4, he was already right back on me, and I think he took the top again in 3 and 4 there. And he just kind of wash, rinse, repeat, and I was just kind of blocking. I really aggressive blocking towards the end, but Brett's a hell of a driver, and he's not overly aggressive, and we made it to the other side.
You sure
So
did. You sure did.
and then the 48. He was on fresh tires, and if that finish line was like at Talladega, he would have beat us by a couple car lengths, but I got lucky.
I would say that you did a pretty great job in 3 and 4 to hold those guys off. You ran that corner about as well as anybody had all night to hold on to this win here. And congratulations, Cody. Who do you want to shout out for this big win here in Kansas tonight?
Yeah, thanks. I want to shout you out for doing a great broadcast. I've noticed the broadcast has been amazing this year, so definitely appreciate what you've done there. I want to shout out Josh Oswald for painting my truck. Want to shout out Tyler Rice for being I like to think I'm the vice commissioner of the truck league, but he does 90% of the heavy lifting. So want to shout him out, and want to shout out the guys that we raced with at the end there. It was a hell of a finish. Hope it looked as good as it seemed to be, because I'm sweating bullets still. It's been 3 years and I've never won a Rebels truck race, and to be honest, I never would have thought it would be at Kansas of all places.
So this is league win number 1 for you, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, in the truck series, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I've won other ones, but yeah, this is the one I've been chasing for a long time, and this one definitely means a lot. Of all my sim racing wins, this is probably number 1.
Well, congratulations then. It's always good to see a first-time winner. First-time winner on the season. That will, I would say, lock you into the playoffs, but not in this league. That will get you up in the points, though. That'll definitely help. 3 races in, 3 different winners, and you may be up in the top 5 in the point standings when this thing is all said and done. So congratulations tonight, Cody. A last lap BAME, although he did not need just the last lap. He needed those last 3 laps to get this one done tonight. So congratulations to him. And with that, we are going to move on a little farther in the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Move on a little farther in the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. We're going to go back by popular demand, and we are going to find that caution. Let's see here if we can move forward here. Take a quick, I do a little bit of behind the scenes work here. Just give me 1 second, everyone. Just have to go back and find where this caution had taken place here. All right, here we go. Still part of the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show, but here we are, right on board with the 114, as he was the main, I won't say culprit, but he was the main one caught up in this incident here. Riding through turns 1 and 2. This is your white flag lap right here. 3 wide coming off of turn 2. Into the 68, and then just a big incident here. 3 cars involved. They're going to come up the track here. Comes a 114. There's a bunch more cars. There's Mickey Isaac in it. 11's in it. 12's in it. A bunch of cars wrecking. And then let's go back and look at your winner here across the finish line. Relive this last corner here through turns 3 and 4 across the front stretch. That is how close it was, folks. That was your finish across your top 3. Remember, and listen to Atlanta earlier this year in the Cup Series. But that was the original Rebels Racing League here live on V-Speed. I want to thank everyone for watching this evening as we look forward to next week at Richmond. 130 laps, late afternoon, 1 week from today. Should be a nice race at the action track, racing perfection, whatever you want to call it. Looking forward to Richmond next week. But for everyone at V-Speed, Bradley Cooper, Adam Baker, Eddie Smith, Christian Hill, all the other commentators and producers, I'm Morgan Cook, wishing you a great evening, a great week, and I hope to see you next time here live on V-Speed with the original Rebels Racing League. Good night, everyone.
And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Marty's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
No, gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Dweck.
A push from the 33.
It's a drag race.